thank God for changing my genotype from AS to AA.
I'm an evidence of the liberation mandate, even when the doctors gave up on me, but God did not give up on me.
I got married in 2012 at the age of 45, and I began to trust God with my husband for the fruit of the womb. Initially, we tried naturally, and obviously age was an issue at that time, and then we tried to go into IVF, which cost us a lot of money. I think we tried almost 6-7 times. That did not succeed. I even got to the stage where they got me a psychologist to actually tell me that it's not possible for me to have a child and think of adoption.
After I got married, waited for that long, I could remember some of my friends were even telling me to adopt. And when I adopt, that bring in the blessing. But I said no. God said, do not adopt. You will have your children. So always assure me that I will have my children.
In 2019, me and my husband decided not to look onto any man again, onto any science or anything, and focus on God alone and deepen our relationship with Him and hear more from Him. And during this process, God led me and linked me onto this commission online. And I was joining the Covenant Hour of Prayer, which I found very, very helpful, and communion service. I began to listen a lot more closely, and I began to look more closely on soul winning. I began to take it seriously. In 2020, COVID struck, and then the churches were all closed down. And so I was wondering, how am I going to do this? So I felt led at that time. I made 750 flyers. So I was sharing these flyers around London, giving it to people, praying over it. We had other struggles me and my husband at home, and things began to open. There was a lot of things that were happening that were not happening before, so we were very encouraged. So I continued. After a while, I just felt it wasn't enough. I needed to do more. I needed to be out in the field, because even though you follow up, it's a bit more difficult to follow up. So I wanted to really, be able to put a finger on what I was doing. In 2020, I decided to come to Canaan Land and join Operation for Christ, to actually be part of a team. I was doing the praying, but I wanted to do the actual soul winning as well. So I joined one of the pastors who happily allowed me join his team. We went out evangelizing morning and evening, sharing flyers, inviting them to church, following them up, supporting also with my husband's help, supporting people financially, transportation for church. So we're just doing little things like that as well. And I was here for 2 weeks, and the following week was Shiloh. So I stayed behind. The following year, January 2021, I engaged with the 21-day prayers and fasting. I took it quite seriously, took time off work, and just had a few days of work, and I was just joining.
On the 23rd of January, my wife was on a call. She was not in that night. At about 4:45 a.m. in the morning, the door buzzer of our house rang, and I ignored. Second time, the doorbell rang again. I said, no, this is very strange. As I looked through the window, I saw the man with a big wings at his back at the door. As I was looking, my hand hit the window of the door. He now looked up, and he saw me. He beckoned on me that I should come and open the door. I didn't open immediately. He now buzzed the buzzer again. When he buzzed the buzzer again, I pick up the handset. You see the person that's in the door on the camera. When I saw him on the camera, I saw him boldly with the big wings. I said, who is this? He said, I have a parcel for Tina and Dennis. And I said, okay. I released the door for him. He came in. When he came in, he held the parcel with his two hands. And he now asked of my wife again, say, how is Tina? I said, Tina is fine. The man said, I have a parcel for you and Tina. And I asked him, I said, parcel? From where? Who sent it? He refused to tell me who sent it and where it's coming from. The next thing the man said to me, said, when the children are born, you go and thank God. And I said, children? I don't have a child. You are talking about children. I said, okay, bring the parcel. The man gave me the parcel and then I said, God bless you. I said, God bless you too. When he left, he moved down. As I walked into the house, I said, okay, let me have a glimpse of him. If I went downstairs to look at him, man had decided.
When I got back home, my husband had gone to work, but he called me from work. He told me what happened. He was still in awe of what had happened. And instantly, I can't explain it, I just knew it was an angel, even though I've never seen one before. During the evening service, I connected online, and Bishop David Oyedepo actually said that we should thank the messenger angels that have answered our prayers. And that just connected with me instantly. I knew that who my husband had seen was a messenger angel. After a while, my husband came home later on that day. But we were very scared. We didn't really know how to handle it. So the scroll, we put it near our door, internally, not outside, and just kept it there till we knew what to do. 6 months later, we prayed when we decided to open the scroll. And then when we opened it, there was a lovely little scroll inside with a message to us and talking about our childbearing journey. And God was telling us in that scroll that our time has come to have our children. And He gave us instructions personal to me and my husband on what to do about this journey. So we decided to engage with these instructions. And before we knew it, I think within 3 months, 3-4 months, I was pregnant, to my shock. At 6 weeks, I went to do the scan, and then they confirmed that I had more than one baby in my womb. And I said, oh, they could see one, they could see two, and then the doctor said, I can see 3. What? I went alone, I was in shock. My husband came to join me, and I told him, it's like, what? We're in joy, but in shock. The pregnancy was hitch-free. I was very strong. I was even walking till 1 week. I was doing well. I didn't suffer any complications. I had my boys in December 2022, a week to Christmas, at the age of 56, and there was no problems with them at all. And they've been doing very, very well. I give God the glory. I mean, it can only be God to give somebody 3 boys at that age. So I thank God for everything. To Him be the glory.